Allen's keynotes, Baptisia tinctoria, wild indigo, family leguminous. For the lymphatic temperament, great prostration with disposition to decomposition of fluids, ulceration of mucous membranes, all exhalations and discharges fitted, especially in typhoid or other acute disease, breath, stool, urine, perspiration, ulcers, aversion to mental exertion, indisposed or want of power to think, perfect indifference, don't care to do anything, inability to fix the mind on work, stupor, falls asleep while being spoken to or in the midst of his answer. When spoken to, answers correctly but delirium returns to one's anika. Tongue at first coated white with red papillae, dry and yellow-brown in center, later dry, cracked, ulcerated. Face flushed, dusky, dark red with a stupid, besotted, drunken expression. Can swallow liquids only, least solid food, gasps. Painless sore throat. Tonsils soft, palate and parotids dark, red, swollen, putrid, offensive discharge. Dysentery of old people, diarrhea of children, especially when very offensive. Cannot go to sleep because she cannot get herself together, head or body feels scattered about the bed, tosses about to get the pieces together, thought she was 3 persons, could not keep them covered. In whatever position the patient lies, the parts rested upon feels sore and bruised. I repeat, in whatever position the patient lies, the parts rested upon feels sore and bruised. Decubitus in typhoid. Relations similar to arnica, arsenic, bryonia, gelsemium in the early stages of fever with malaise, nervousness, flushed face, drowsiness and muscular soreness. When arsenic has been improperly given or too often repeated in typhoid or typhus. After Baptisia, act well in hemorrhage of typhoid and typhus. Boericke Materia Medica, Baptisia, wild indigo. The symptoms of this drug are an asthenic type, stimulating low fever, septic conditions of the blood, malarial poisoning and extreme prostration, indescribable sick feeling, great muscular soreness and putrid phenomena always are present. All secretions are offensive, breath, stool, urine, sweat, etc. Epidemic influenza, chronic intestinal toxemias of children with fitted stools and eructations. Baptisia in low dilutions produces a form of antibodies to the bactyphosus, the agglutinins. Thus, it raises the natural bodily resistance to the invasion of the bacillary intoxication which produces the typhoid syndrome. Typhoid carriers, after inoculation with anti-typhoid serum, intermittent pulse, especially in the aged. Mind, wild, wandering feeling, inability to think, mental confusion, ideas confused, illusion of divided personality. Thinks he is broken or double and tosses about the bed trying to get pieces together. Delirium, wandering, muttering, perfect indifference, falls asleep while being spoken to, melancholia with stupor. Head, confused, swimming feeling, vertigo, pressure at root of nose, skin of forehead feels tight, seems drawn to back of head, feels too large, heavy, numb, soreness of eyeballs, brain feels sore, stupor, falls asleep while spoken to, early deafness in typhoid conditions, eyelids heavy. Face, besotted look, dark red, pain at root of nose, muscles of jaw rigid, mouth, taste flat, bitter. Teeth and gums sore, ulcerated. Breath fitted, tongue feels burned. yellowish brown, edges red and shining, dry and brown in center with dry and glistening edges, surface cracked and sour, can swallow liquids only, least solid food gags. Throat, dark redness of tonsils and soft palate, constriction, contraction of esophagus, great difficulty in swallowing solid food, painless sore throat and offensive discharge, contraction at cardiac orifice. Stomach, can swallow only liquids, vomiting due to spasm of esophagus, gastric fever, no appetite, constant desire for water, sinking feeling at stomach, pain in epigastric region, feeling of hard substance, all symptoms worse from beer. Cardiac orifice contracted convulsively and ulcerative inflammation of stomach and bowels. Abdomen, right side markedly affected, distended and rumbling, soreness over region of gallbladder with diarrhea. Stools very offensive, thin, dark, bloody. Soreness of abdomen in region of liver, dysentery of old people. Female, threatened miscarriage from mental depression, shock, watching, low fevers. Menses too early, too profuse, lochia acrid, fetid, puerperal fever. Respiratory, lungs feel compressed, breathing difficult, 6 open window, fears going to sleep on account of nightmare and sense of suffocation. Constriction of chest, back and extremities, neck tired, stiffness and pain, aching and drawing in arms and legs, pain in sacrum, around hips and legs, sore and bruised, decubitus. Sleep, sleepless and restless, nightmare and frightful dreams, cannot get herself together, feels scattered about bed, falls asleep while answering a question. Skin, livid spots all over body and limbs, burning and heat in skin, putrid ulcers with stupor, low delirium and prostration. Fever, chill with rheumatic pains and soreness all over body, heat all over with occasional chills. Chill about 11 am, adynamic fever, typhus fever, shipboard fever. Modalities, words, humid heat, fog, indoors. Relationship, compare bryonia and arsenic may be needed to complete the favorable reaction. Ailanthus differs being more painful, Baptisia more painless. Rus, muriatic acid, arsenic, bryonia, arnica, pyrogen. Baptisia confusia, pain in right jaw and oppression in left hypochondrium, producing dyspnea and necessity to assume erect position. Dose, tincture to 12th attenuation, has rather short action.